Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today I have with me one of the most efficient small A segment city car, probably the most efficient, and I will have some videos with it, test drive, and I will test it also in the city, in the crowded city. Definitely check out that video to see what kind of numbers these Toyota Aygo X can get in the traffic in the city, because I was just impressed. It's just insane. We will talk about that in this video. This video is a full review, interior, exterior, material quality, multimedia, space, all that stuff you will find out in this video. But I will have separate video where I drive the car. Definitely check it out. There I talk a little bit about the suspension, sound insulation. We go on the highway, we go in the city, so I will have a series of videos. So definitely check it out because it's very interesting. And I tell you from the beginning, this is one of that car. If you ask me, should I buy it? Yes, just go for it. You know, Toyota offer these days, most of the countries, 10 years warranty, which is just insane. Also in Germany, it's 15 years warranty, which is just crazy when you think about it. Plus, that says a lot about the trust that the company put in the cars and in the parts, and they know what they're doing. And they have a lot of experience with the hybrid system. And of course, now with this new Aygo X, they offer only one Powertrain power version. It's a full hybrid. We will talk about that in a second. But if you are in Romania, if you are in Bucharest, if you want to see the car, buy the car, test drive the car, which I really recommend you, definitely I recommend you to go to Toyota Bucharest South. They are super nice. They have already the car on the test drive, and they have all the new Toyota cars so you can buy and test drive it. So link will be in the description, also on the screen. Now guys, let's talk about the technical data and then we go outside. There are so many things to talk about this Aygo X. There are so many improvements that they make to the car, so I'm really happy. This is one of that car that I'm really happy to present you and to kind of recommend to you. And you know, I don't say that too often on many cars that I recommend, but this is one of that car that I definitely recommend you. So if you're in the city and you drive most of the time in the city, and surprisingly also when I did the test drive, I was impressed with the highway performance. Up to 120 kilometers was just insanely good, and it's also pretty stable. But check out the test drive to find out more. As I said, it comes only in one Powertrain version, so they don't offer anymore the 1 liter pure IC, and I think it's a great choice because these days the full hybrids are on trend, and I don't think someone want to still drive in 2026 with a pure internal combustion engine because it's super inefficient, at least in the traffic. It's a huge difference in terms of consumption between this full hybrid and the internal combustion engine pure. It comes with a 1.5 liter petrol engine, 3 cylinders in line, combined with one electric motor that it's capable to drive the wheels. The battery capacity, it's 0.76 kilowatt hour. It's under the rear seats. I will show you in a second, and it's connected to an ECVT automatic transmission. It's a ECVT special for those full hybrid systems. The total power, it's 116 horsepower. Top speed 172 km per hour, 0 to 100 in 9.2 seconds. It's much more quicker than the previous version. 85 grams CO2 emission. Also, the weight of the car, 1090 kilograms. It's a little bit heavier than the previous version. Is normal because it has this full hybrid system. The trunk space, 231 liters. I will show you in a second. And when you fold down the seats, I don't have the total number, but I will show you exactly how it looks, and I will give you my opinion. Very important, the electric motor power, it's 80 horsepower. It's insanely powerful. And the petrol engine, it's 91 horsepower. If you add those together, you will go to 170 horsepower, but the official is 116. But keep in mind, you get advantage of that super quick response and 80 horsepower electric motor. That means when you want to cross pass, you have plenty of power, and that's very important. Look at the test drive. I explain you there a little bit more. Other than that, the turning circle, 9.4 meter, fuel tank capacity 30 liter. Insane. When you think about it, it's really small, but I will show you in a second something really interesting, which I was so impressed. Never happened on a test car before, so I will show you a little bit later in the video. On the front, it comes with independent tire person suspension, and on the rear, it comes with torsion beam. Otherwise, the length of the car 3.77 m and the wheelbase 2.43 m. It's kind of the same wheelbase as the previous version. It's a little bit longer than the previous version, but I will talk about when we get outside. Before we go outside, I just want to show you that the car comes in 4 different versions. Depending on which country you are, the price might be different, so keep in mind that. It's the active version, which is the entry-level version, start at 19,945 euro. Dynamic version, it's the second, which I have here with me, so the price is 22,763 euro for the car that we have today and we test. And then you have exclusive, 25,078 euro, and the GR Sport, 26,655 euro. The price might be different depending on which country you are. And yeah, but for me, guys, I think on this version we have the 17-inch rim, so you have 3 types of rims. One is for GR Sport, one is for the exclusive, and the other 17-inch rims it's for the active and dynamic version. And to be honest, I really recommend you, if you buy the top of the range version, even GR Sport or maybe even the exclusive, I recommend you to go for the 17-inch rims because they are much more efficient, they are much more comfortable, and they have less road noise when you're driving. So otherwise, when it comes to color, you have the white color, which is free, but the other colors are around 500 euro in general. Yeah, otherwise, when it comes to seats, we will talk a little bit later. I will explain you. 10 years warranty from Toyota, which is just insane. And otherwise, the other technical data I just show you, but I will explain you as we go in the video as well. So yeah, let's go outside. This is the key for all the version. The difference is in keyless entrance. On this version, which is the second one, we don't have keyless entrance. So on the top of the range version, also GR Sport, you will have a button around here where you can press to lock and unlock the car. But now on this version that I have with me, I have to lock and unlock from the key. The good part is that it comes with electric folding mirrors, which is super cool. I like that. So you can lock it and unlock it from the button. But the key, it's relatively light and it's easy to keep in the pocket. When you unlock the car, the lights, the daytime running lights in the nighttime will turn on, also the tail lights. And yeah, other than that, it's a definitely simple key. The front end, I mean the size of the car, it's similar. The wheelbase is the same as the previous version. The platform is the same with a few changes to accommodate the hybrid system, but it is 8 centimeters longer than the previous version. And from what I understand from Toyota, all those 8 centimeters come from the front end, around the front end here. And this is also due to accommodate also those fog lamps, which are full LED and they look really good. And in the nighttime, I test it in a separate video. If you want to see it, definitely check it out. I test also the headlamps. I have separate video in the nighttime. Definitely check out that video to see how they perform. But this is also a reason. Plus, they make it a little bit more extended, so to look a little bit more raw, more kind of a crossover-ish design. And I like it. I really like the front end. The previous front end and the previous design was also quite nice. Now I think it's depending also on the personal preference, but I like the front end. I think it's cute, I think it's nice, it's modern, and I think those headlamps are pretty big, pretty nice, integrated into the design. And I tested last night and they were really good. So they are full LED, low beam and high beam. It's here, it's automatic, it can switch automatically between low beam and high beam, which is great. The daytime running light, it's here and it goes all the way on the side, so they're very visible from every angle, which is great. It has also Aygo X writing here, and also in the middle you have this nice continuation of the gray design, so it's kind of fit with the daytime running light. Toyota badge, a little bit lower is the grille, the huge grille. I notice these days it's a trend on all car manufacturers. Even the Volkswagen bring this. On T-Roc, for example, you have this huge grille on the lower end. So the grille now it's linked, or it's somehow linked together with a bumper. And it's so nice. I don't know, I like this new trend. Here is the radar for emergency brake and yeah, adaptive cruise control, all that safety feature that work together with the camera from the windshield. We will test it in the test drive video. Look at the test drive video to see how the autopilot work on the car. But I give you a hint, it's very good, impressively good for such a small car. Otherwise, it's passive cooling. The air will go directly there to the radiator, and down here the same story. Nice design. From my point of view, it's really modern. A little bit higher, you have the wipers. right here and a little bit higher here, we have this camera and sensors for light and raining. It's also heated this area in the winter. It can defrost really quick, so the safety systems will run. Otherwise, it looks good, man. It looks really, really good. I like the fact that around the wheels we have those plastic arches protection, so if you scratch it, you can change only this plastic, and it's also quite extended, which help you a lot in time and also will protect you from rust. Here usually a lot of stones hit this area, so if you have this plastic, it's quite useful. On the down skirt and also on the back you have this plastic, super useful. Those are the 17-inch rims, guys. It's alloy wheels everywhere. They are kind of matte and I love it. They look so good, so good taste. I love those type of rims. You know what I will do? I will close it a little bit more. If I were Toyota, I will try to close it more, so I have less gap in order to improve the aerodynamic. So also the noise at higher speed. That will be smart, and probably they will improve also a little bit even more the efficiency. Ventilated brakes is on the front, pretty much gummy, so I recommend you to go for 17, guys. Look from the distance. The car look good also with 17, look really good. So I wouldn't go for the bigger one. Anyway, on the side you have the mirrors right here. Pretty big mirrors, great visibility, and the turning signal on the side, it's LED. Those are the handles, pretty simple. Now, when it comes to doors and when you close the door, it sounds like fine, not the best, but it's quite fine. And also on the rear, here on the rear, it sounds a little bit worser and it feels quite light, but otherwise for a small car in this class, at this price range, I think it's quite fine. Also, we will talk about the entrance, which is a little bit smaller than normal. But yeah, for a small car like that, it's quite normal. You can have everything perfect. So there are a few things that are great. They're fantastic, like consumption, like hybrid system, like reliability. But there are also some things that, you know, can be improved. But this car is built practically for the city. Most of the people will never need more space in the back, otherwise you will go for Yaris or a bigger version. Anyway, on the rear you have also brake discs, normal brake discs, so no ventilated and no drum brakes, which is also great. A little bit higher you have the tank here, which I will show you. You have to open it from down here, just like that. So here is the tank, 30-liter tank, which is more than enough for this car. Trust me, and I will show you something. Look, for example, I did the test drive last days. So I did all the test drives. This is the last review that I have to do with the car. I have it for 2 days. And look at this, I still have a fuel tank. Look at this, the fuel tank, it's full. It's crazy. It's for the first time when it happened to me to have a test car. And in the last days, before I have to bring it back, I have all the tests, I drive it a lot. I had the climatic system on, everything on the winter, and I have a fuel tank still. It's just crazy. This is insane. It's for the first time when it happened. So probably one of the most efficient car I ever had on test. And I test a lot of cars, trust me. Look on the channel so you can see it. Up here you can see now this car, it's in two-tone color. If you take it white, which look also good, it's free, the color. But this one, it's around 500 euro. It looks really good, and it's kind of two-tone. You can see the back end, it's kind of black, and I think the configuration, it's quite nice. Then up here you have the radio antenna, also quite long. And then you have this spoiler, which is pretty simple, basic brake light, LED, tinted window on the rear. And then a little bit lower you have Aygo X writing here on the window. So this window, it's kind of extend all the way down. I like that. It's quite nice the way it looks. And then you have HEV, so you know it's full hybrid system. And here you have the button to open the trunk. Of course, I'll show you a little bit later. And the wiper. But you have those tinted windows on the rear and also on the side on this dynamic version, which they look great, so you don't know what it is inside. Plus they fit nice with overall design. A little bit lower here, some light reflector. Here you have halogen light, yellow halogen light on the number plate, plus the reverse camera. And there you have the exhaust pipe on the right side. And yeah, this is how it looks under there. Overall, the tail lights are full LEDs, nice design. Here you have the fog lamp. I want to show you also the hazard light, but I wait a little bit so I can show you the daytime running light. Hazard light on physical button there, so you can see it here. It's LED, quite small, but it's LED. And then in the front, the daytime running light will be replaced by those hazard lights and it looks good, man. The front end looks definitely nice. It's definitely a cute car. Let me show you on the back as well. So the turning indicators are here. There are LEDs, and also on the other side you can see it a little bit better. So definitely look quite cool, quite attractive. So what do you think about it? I want to tell you another thing, another important thing that you have to know regarding the improvement that they bring to the car. Entry-level version receive insulation on the lower end, on the floor and also on the front to the engine. So under the floor here, and also in this area behind, and also here in the front, receive sound insulation all over down, just like that. Just all the down platform plus the front end behind the engine. The top of the range version and also this version upwards receive also thicker windows, thicker windshield, thicker side windows. The rear window will be the same, but the side windows will be a little bit thicker, so to improve the aerodynamic. Only the entry-level version don't receive that. That's why I tell you this version here is the best way to go if you want to. So from the second one, from dynamic upwards. So yeah, anyway, let me show you under the hood the way it looks, and then we go in the trunk as well. So going here, stop the hazard light buttons, and I can show you also exactly where they did the insulation. So insulation go all the way in the back there. I think you can see it. So they kind of insulate the engine part from the interior, so you don't hear too much noise, and also it feels much more smoother. Otherwise, this is the engine, 1.5 liter petrol engine, 3 cylinders in line, combined with that electric motor, and you can see the high voltage and electric motor integrated around here, the fuse box, the air filter, you have the liquid cooling, liquid for the wipers. This is it. And also it has insulation up here on this hood. It's a manual hood, but quite cool. Anyway, going in the back, here is the button, by the way, to open it manually. It's very easy to open it. I take out the protection. It has this small protection around here, which is very light, but I take it out so you can see a little bit better how it looks in the trunk. Entrance, relatively good for a small car like that, pretty compact and cut. You have a pretty big entrance here. You have some plastic at the entrance. Deepness around 30-35 centimeters, really deep. I like that. So you can fit in here a lot of stuff. You have these hooks for the groceries. You can use them. You have this light. It's a normal halogen light. And under the floor, guys, you can see that you have some repair kit, and you can put here the triangle and the medical kit and some other stuff, which is very useful. But 231 liter, I would say it's more than fine. If you want to fold down the seats, you do it half-half, 50-50. You pull this lever here, pull this lever, you push it, it's very easy. Behind the seats, it's kind of a metal plate, and also you have kind of a step here, but you have also some hooks here if you want to, yeah, I don't know, put something inside and you want to wrap it up, you can do it with those hooks. The entrance, it looks like that, with the seats folded down. So I guess you have more than enough space to carry different items. It's not incredible huge, but for the size of the car, I would say it's more than enough. Now open the door. This is the entrance. The door is not opening a lot, but it's more than fine. This is how it looks. This is the entrance. You can see from the back as well, and here as well how it looks. Down on the legs, you don't have too much space, but you still have some storage space there left to put your stuff. I like that when you put back the seats, you don't have to necessarily hold the seat belt. So you can see the seat belt, it's staying in the position, which I like, and it's also easy to close it. It's kind of compact and I like it. The front seats have been already adjusted in my driving position. So when I go in the back, I can show you exactly the space. But before that, if you want to open the windows, you open it like that from here, kind of manual opening. So this is all you can get. This is how you open it, which, yeah, for a small car like that, which is focusing on the front passengers, I think it's okay. I don't know how many people will open the rear windows, but yeah, this is it. Here it's plastic everywhere, by the way. You have some handle, and you have the handle to unlock the door. This is the entrance here, and this is how it looks. pretty small entrance. The roof, it's in black, and this is how it looks, the seats on the rear. Half, just 2 passengers in the rear. The good part is that you have ISOFIX, you can install 2 child seats. So if you have a child, 2 childs, it's great. The car is great for that because you can have them in the back here and you can go around in the city. Also fabric material, those are the fabric material seats on this version. Keep in mind, entry-level version and the second version dynamic, will have this fabric material. Then you have the next version where you have a fabric material combined with ecological leather. And the top of the range version, like GR Sport, you have Alcantara plus this ecological leather, so it's cool. Anyway, here guys, if you're wondering what it is, why is this kind of open, it's because the battery is under the rear seats, rear bench. And you know, the rear bench before was kind of flat and now it's a little bit raised in the front, because in this way it makes space for the battery. And then the battery, always, if you look at Toyota, usually they have it here, the vents, and because it needs some cooling, you know, it's getting warm and then it needs some cooling. And the vents for cooling are integrated right here to cool down the battery. So that's why you have that hump, otherwise wouldn't be here, the hump. Now, 173 centimeters from here. For me, I'm not so huge person, so this is adjusting my driving position. So at 173 centimeters, I still have 2 fingers and a little bit. I can stretch my legs under the front seat, so that's fine. And on the head, I have left also 3 fingers, maybe 2 free fingers, which is fine. I mean, I'm still fine. For me, that I'm not so tall, it's okay. I mean, I can stay here easy. Medium and long trips, medium and short trips, I can stay here without any problem. The visibility is not that good, but it's normal for the car. Maybe you have a little bit of blind spot here also as a driver, but you have the reverse camera, so it'll be fine on all version because it's a mandatory in Europe. So otherwise, it's fine. I mean, for me, at my size, it's relatively fine. Down here in the center console, you have some storage space. So no USB or stuff like that. I have this Aygo writing here on the passenger seats. This is how it looks from the back. It's quite modern, the design, even though they don't use too many soft materials. Most of the design and most of the parts are made in plastic. I guess the design and the ergonomy is very good because the car have a lot of physical buttons, and I will show you right now. When we go in the front, let's go out. Yeah, going out is not super easy. So going out, I tell you, even for me that I'm not so tall, it's not extraordinarily easy, but sitting inside for me was relatively fine. Now in the front, it's a different story. Here we have a big entrance, bigger door, huge windows, visibility is great from one piece. Then you have this color exactly as outside, inside, which is very interesting. It's a nice, interesting touch, at least for the small city cars. Usually it's normal. They kind of use that. Here you have plastic everywhere, guys. You have some storage space right here, relatively big for a small car like that. You have the speaker. Here you have electric adjustable windows. And you have electric windows on the front for the passenger and for the driver. And you can see the windows should be a little bit thicker here on this version. I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah, and they work quite quick. So this is the entrance, big entrance in the front, different story here, manual adjustable seats. By the way, the roof quality is quite fine. I would say from 1 to 10, around 5. Something like that. The seats are in fabric material, kind of the same design on all versions. They're pretty bright, so for me, I sit quite well on them. They're quite comfy and I didn't have any problem. So yeah, they're quite okay. Manual adjustment from here, you can adjust the upper part, you know, just like that. And then here you go up and down. From here you go up and down. Here you adjust the upper part. And from here you can go forward, backward. Normal pedals. From here you open the hood. Here you have electric folding mirrors. You press this button, you can fold the mirrors in, and then you have the button for automatic high beam, and from here you adjust the height of the headlamps. Here you have a nice interesting trim, which is different on all models. Even this trim here inside can be different in some models, but I like it like that, black matte. And then those are the vents, like round vents, so cool. You can rotate it, they look nice and they feel quite good. And up here, of course, is plastic everywhere, but you don't know what it is until you're not touching it, because you see it has this quite cool, interesting trim. Now let's go inside. View outside, it's great around the windows because you have this shape, A-pillar, relatively small, have a pretty good view outside, also in the mirrors and around the windows, quite good view. Even in the center mirror, you have a great view, and around the windows, a little bit of blind spot in the corners, but otherwise it looks quite good. Those are the seats in the back. Here you have two cup holders. Here you have electronic handbrake, auto hold. I love the fact that the car comes with a lot of physical buttons like those one, electronic handbrake, auto hold, EV mode. From here you can switch between EV and normal mode, and also you have like the traction control and the different driving modes. The car comes with 3 different driving modes: Eco, normal and power. You can see right now I switch between them. Then a little bit forward, here you have also some soft kind of a rubber, but it looks good. This is the stalk for putting the gear in different directions. So parking, reverse, neutral, drive, and B mode. By the way, guys, when you put it in reverse, this is the reverse camera. Not the best resolution, but it's super efficient because you see very well. It's wide enough, so you have a great view, plus that lines that help you a lot. And when you go in drive, it's normal driving. When you go in B, it's like engine brake, it's like low gear. It helps you when you go downhill to not make the brakes super hot. It helps you also on the ice to do some engine brake. A little bit forward, you have wireless charging for your phone, super useful these days. It has 2 USB-C, super useful. This is new, 12-volt port as well, super useful. And you have physical button for heated seats, which is great. A little bit higher, engine button, start button. And then here you have physical buttons for the climatic system. So from here, you can set the climatic system super easy in every position you want, defrosting, all that stuff. It's easy to adjust, easy to see, it's perfect. So I think for most of the people, it's just exactly what it's supposed to be. Otherwise, quite nice design here. Here you have the glove box, which is relatively big. This is the size, the vents there, and then here you have this round black glossy and the screen integrated. Plus here is the hazard light button. The thing is that I love the fact that they still keep those physical buttons around here, so you can go in home, the volume, and then here you go directly to Android Auto. So if you want to go to Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, which is wireless, you press this button, you go directly there, you press it again, and you go back to the menu, which is fantastic. It's so easy to switch between them. Here we have the smaller screen, 9-inch, but I think it's more than fine, guys. You can get, yeah, the next version get a bigger screen, but to be honest, this one is also more than fine. What is new on all Toyota these days is that they come with this icon here, which you can deactivate. Very simple, very fast. The speed limit warning is just press this, you just deactivate it, just like that. Super easy. Also, the screen and the graphics are super simple, nothing complicated, nothing crazy, but they do, and they have exactly the information that you need. For example, here you have the media, of course. You go to the media, Apple CarPlay, stuff like that, wherever, FM. Then you have the telephone connectivity. Then you have Apple CarPlay, which is great. You can connect it here, and you have all those advantages of having an Apple CarPlay. We go back to home, press this button, and then on the vehicle, they give you so many useful information. For example, here, when you want to see what's going on in real time with the energy, guys. So for example, when the engine is running and you're driving, you can basically see right here what's going on with the energy. So you see the petrol engine, you see the electric motor, you see the battery, how much percentage in energy you have in the battery, and while you're driving, you can see a nice graphic, which is great. The driving info, it tells you the cruising range, how much range you still have and stuff like that, and how did you drive. And here on the fuel consumption is the most important information, the precious information that you want to see, guys. So this was the average consumption until now for all the trips that I did, 3.6 liter. The interesting thing is that here it's the 7.3. It's because I have the review made with climatic system on. It sits on the same place, so then the consumption it's growing. But usually I'm so impressed with the crazy numbers that I get from this car. Very, very efficient. Otherwise, you go to settings here, a few settings, device connectivity, where you can connect your devices. Here you have also the sound settings. You have also equalizer and sound here. Then you have the system settings, language, time, software upgrades, display. You can also switch the display, by the way. You can do it light. We can put it on auto, so in the daytime you can have it on the light mode like that. So if you go to home, you will see it's different. So it has on bright. If you like brighter, you can leave it on brighter like that, or you can definitely leave it how it was on auto, or however on the display here. Maybe I think people prefer it on dark. And then you have other settings around here. Vehicle settings, door controls, climatic system, you have it around here. Also lights and accessibility. Super simple. And then you have the radio settings. So it's basically super simple. It's nothing crazy, nothing complicated. Up here you have a microphone, you have the mirror, which is relatively big. I like it. Up here you have this light. It's a normal halogen yellow light, plus SOS button, plus this mirror, which is quite nice, and the view in the back, it's cool. So anyway, in general, this is the multimedia. I want to talk a little bit about the screen, digital screen, for the first time on this car, which is just gorgeous. I love it. It's one of the best in a small car. I think it's the best in a small car. Here you have also a sensor that read your face if you're tired. This is the steering wheel. It's also in ecological leather. I love the grip on it. It's the same on all versions. It's quite nice as a size, and it's easy to control. Also, it's adjustable manually from here. You go up and down. The thing is that you cannot go forward and backward, just up and down. That's the only thing that you can do. And then you have physical button. The ergonomy is very good on the car. Physical button for volume, voice command, and changing different views there, plus telephone and the configuration of the screen. And then here you have autopilot and cruise control, which we'll test in a test drive video. Check it out. And then here you can change the tracks and the radio. Now, the screen is quite big on the left side. You can see the temperature of the engine. You see the car, it's still not reaching the proper temperature because I didn't drive too much today, just until here to film. And then here you see I still have a fuel tank. In the middle, you have a lot of information. The car is brand new, 209 kilometers, temperature, time, and the range, how much range I still can make. You can see the consumption in the middle for the sitting in the same place. Here you can see the eco scoring and information regarding how I did drive on the last trip, how much time of the last trip I drive in electric mode, which you can see in the middle right there is 96% of the time I drive in electric mode, which is just insane. But yeah, and then it's consumption. If you go down, you have the adaptive cruise control information. While you're driving on the highway, you activate it, you can see it there active. The Apple CarPlay connectivity and media. Here you see the nice graphic with what happened with energy in real time. If you want to see it, you can have it on the screen here. You can see the drive info, distance and kilometer and average speed. And then on the next one here, by the way, on the last one, if the car have some errors, you will see it there. And here you have all the safety features, which are here on the screen. You can activate it from here, guys, by the way. Lane assist, blind spot, emergency brake, reading the traffic speed limits, all that stuff. You can activate, deactivate from here. Brake suggestion, all that safety features, some extra safety features, you have it also around here. Oil maintenance, and then here on the meter setting you can change the language, units, meter style, EV, pop-up displays and stuff like that. So it's very easy to change, to go to different settings. I really like it. To be honest, if you press hold, you just reset the consumption. But yeah, in general, I like the car a lot. It's probably one of my favorite city car in 2026 and one of the most efficient city cars. So this is one of that car that I recommend you guys. As I said in the beginning, if you need a city car with this full hybrid powertrain, super good efficiency, it's one of the best. So go for it, go and test drive it, go and see how it is. I definitely recommend you to go to Toyota Bucharest South if you're around here. They're super nice. They already have the car, so definitely check it out. And then come back and tell me what do you think. If you have the car, tell me what was your consumption so we can help the other people as well decide and get some information. So yeah, write me in the comments. That was the video. I hope it was useful. I hope you get some useful information. Don't forget to check out the test drive video. Thank you very much to all of you that are watching my videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you to all the members for support. Thank you guys. If you want to support the channel, you can become a member, and then for a small fee you can receive also the newest videos before everyone else. So yeah, thank you, stay safe, and we see you soon in the next one. Bye guys.
Does the car inspire, never fail? Would you follow me through rain or snow? Could you fall in love with the ride?